Hi everybody, I wanted to post a quick little tutorial video on how to do the Hooke's Law PHeT lab. To start with, if you go to Unit 7 Energy and pick up the lab, it's right there. I also have it posted in Unit 6. When you open it, it should look something like this, and there's a link to the PHeT. So once the PHeT opens up, we're going to do the tab that says Lab, so click on that. And then you've got a spring. So with a spring, you should be able to change the spring constant up here, which is something that we're going to study. And then you're going to grab out a ruler. So those are the things that we need. So for the first spring, you're going to do two springs and compare. The spring constant is going to be basically how hard it is to stretch the spring. I'm going to use a ruler and I'm going to put masses on the spring and see how far it stretches, and that's what you'll be recording in your lab. So I put the ruler so it's right at the very end of this little coil, and then I can take this mass at the bottom and put it on there. So when you put it on, you'll notice that it bounces. We don't want it to be bouncy, so hit the stop sign. And then up at the top you can actually adjust this mass. So I'm going to put it all the way down to 50. And then I want to measure how far it's stretched. So remember I don't want to measure to the bottom of the mass, I want to measure to where the little hook is. So that looks to me like about 7 centimeters. So I'll write down 7 centimeters, then I'll increase the mass a little bit. I don't really care how much you increase it by. I'll hit my stop button, I'll look and see where it's hooked on at, and I'm going to record about 12 centimeters. And so I'm going to continue that until I have 10 data points. And so that looks like about 18, 19 centimeters. So you'll continue through with that until you have 10 data points. Then you're going to do this again for a second spring. So I'm going to take my spring constant, boom, all the way up to large. Notice that same mass doesn't stretch it as far, and that's actually what I'm going to test. So I'm going to go back through and I'm going to do the same masses. It's easiest if you do the same masses on both, because we're going to calculate the force it takes to stretch the mass. The spring, and so the force is the mass in kilograms times 9.8, because the weight of the mass is equal to the tension in the spring. So I'm going to do those same masses again, and I'm going to record how far it stretches for each one, and then we're going to make a graph. When you're all done at the very end, it asks you to try to predict how heavy these blue and red masses are. So I put the blue mass on there. I stop it from bouncing. Once I know its stretch, and from the graph, I'm going to find its spring constant, then you can calculate the mass of the spring. So we'll go over it in class, but I wanted to see if you guys could get through most of it on your own, and that's pretty much it.